Keith.
Hey, Sean.
You ready to take a trip in the woods?
Oh, I'm always ready.
What do you
for
think's
a
going to
trip
be
in the
there?
woods?
What do you think's going to be in there?
I don't know. Probably something gingery and barley winey-ish.
Well, I'm a ginger. I'll be there.
I'm not, but I do like barley wines.
Good thing you like barley wines, Keith, because we have a ginger, me, and a beer with ginger.
Ooh.
This is from Sierra Nevada. This is from their Trip in the Woods series. This is their Ginger Bigfoot, ale aged in whiskey barrels with ginger added, 11.4%. So this is Bigfoot. Their barley wine. I don't know why that was so weird to say. That sounded really weird. So those that don't know, Bigfoot is like Sierra Nevada's like barley wine. They're big barley wine. And then they have barrel aged barley wine. And they made a Trip to the Woods series. I don't even know when this was made. I'm not even sure if what's going to happen when this cork comes out.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with.
Keith was just at Kyle's house.
Oh yeah.
And you guys did
no hype beer reviews.
You guys did the
yeah. So what happened was Kyle did the 2015 Bigfoot vintage the day before I got there. And then we drank the one that was aged in the E.H. Taylor bourbon barrels, which according to the basic math and stuff, that was apparently the 2015 vintage that was aged in those barrels. And then we did like a spiced version that was not as old. So in the past couple days, I have vast Bigfoot barley wine knowledge.
So I'm hoping to leverage you for how this compares to the base. And all that.
I feel like I'm just from right here. I am getting a lot of ginger.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. That looks like a barley wine.
It looks like a very dark barley wine. On camera, it looks pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty dark.
Yeah.
Right.
There's red.
Oh,
like it's almost I want to say it's slightly lighter than crimson red, like slightly, or it's just crimson red.
Crimson red is a good way to put it.
But yeah, I am. Yeah, this is
looks the part.
I'm already getting all the good
I
stuff.
got a whiff of ginger.
Yeah.
Let's get a real whiff.
Yep. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That smells like a barley wine with ginger in it.
Like freshly grated.
Yeah,
like not like grated ginger when you're grating on the fine grater when it's like wet. You know what I mean? It's like two different types of grating. Ginger. It's like two different ways of grate ginger. You grate it like on the bigger grater, and there's like thicker, but like the wet one where it comes out moist.
Oh yeah.
It sounds weird, but it sounds weird,
right,
but you know what I mean, right? Given how old, so I don't know how old this bottle has to be. I don't know how old this bottle is. It's definitely. I bought it during COVID. I'll tell you that much. So while Keith's looking it up,
What's it called?
Trip in the Woods, Ginger Bigfoot. Good girl, Winnie. This is a special version of our barrel-aged Bigfoot barley wine ale with fresh ginger added into the barrels. The resulting kick of ginger mellows Bigfoot's ferocious hop bite and adds a new level of brightness and complexity. This beer features notes of burnt sugar, orange zest, vanilla, and candied ginger. And I'm sorry I read that because usually we try not to read the tasting notes, but here we are. I would say this is 2 years old. Well,
it was added first thing I pulled up was Beer Advocate. It was added in 2016. So I don't know if there was. Hold on.
It could have been 2016. We definitely, I definitely bought it when I was in this house. So
do they do things? Are they Trip in the Woods? Do they just usually do it once?
I think so.
So it's probably 2016.
It's 2016. That makes sense. So the COVID thing doesn't make. Keith and I have been talking all night. Oh, Keith moved the whole table. Oh. Keith and I have been talking all night about like time and how it's weird. Like I remember this was yesterday.
Oh, like 2016 was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it makes sense. My daughter was born in 2014, so I know for the way I like do time now is like when my daughter was born, when I moved in this house. I moved in the house in 2014. I know I had this beer after I moved in this house and after my daughter was born. So 2016 would make sense. So this beer is now 8 years old, and the ginger is still wow.
But the ginger is definitely potent, but you definitely get barley wine in there.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I just went up my nose.
Yeah, it's definitely ginger heavy, but there's definitely the Bigfoot Barleywine. Yeah, there's definitely beer in there.
Oh, 100%. Okay, let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
wow.
That ginger is, I mean, it's a bit intense, but it's a lot more mellow than I was kind of expecting it to be.
It's fresh though.
Yeah.
The ginger's there, and then you're drinking it, and it's got this. There's this little bit of like hop bitterness that kind of comes through. But I don't know if it feels like I'm drinking a bigger beer.
I don't know. I feel like it definitely is, because there's like a heftiness to it. But it is definitely like, I feel like it's like, I don't know if I'm getting like Bigfoot specifically.
No.
But it feels like it's like a barley wine-ish kind of thing that it just has like ginger strapped to the back of it.
That's a good way to put it. As you're like, I'm not even drinking it. It like is there with the ginger like right up front, like fresh grated ginger.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting given the age. Applaud.
Especially if this is from 2016, which
and even if it's
it probably is.
And if it's not from 2016, it's still at least 4 years old. But it's got to be from 2016. There's something about it that like it still feels fresh from a ginger perspective. From a barley wine perspective, the ginger is kind of overtaking it for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And there is a little bit of like caramel. There's a little bit of like lemon lime, like citrusy thing kind of going on the back of it.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's missing some of the.
Oh, it's like. Yeah, I think it's the ginger. It's like. Oh, that's so weird. Like the ginger, it's not the carbonation. Like it is carbonated, but the ginger on its own, I think, is giving that like 7-Up like kind
Good
of
call.
tingly, like lemon lime kind of like thing, and maybe not specifically 7-Up, but like that, like 7-Up, like lemon lime, whatever.
Dude, Keith.
Sprite kind of kind of thing. And I think it's just the ginger that is doing that.
It's 100% with you. I did not think of that until you said it, and I took a sip. Hold on a sec. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Wow, so many weird beers. Oh.
Like if you gave this to like a person that didn't like beer, just like we're talking about the other one, like they'd be like 7-Up. Like no, maybe it's there though.
Just
7-Up.
Now that I've said that, like that's like all I taste now. Plus that little bit of gingeriness. Yeah. But there's also like, but it's not just that, because there is barley wine like in there, but it's not. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird beer.
It is weird. And the funny thing is, I don't think either of us meant to review 3 barley wines in a row.
No, I don't think
it just happened. That was like but like this is, I've had this in my cellar for so long. I've wanted to do it for so long. Keith was like, "Hey, I went to Kyle's and we reviewed some Bigfoot variants," and I was like, "Yeah, let's do this." And like, given how fresh the I cannot explain enough the fresh ginger in this. If this is from 2016, it is like you just grated fresh ginger into a barley wine. From it says whiskey barrel aged, like.
Oh, it's yeah.
It says barrel aged, right? I don't really get. There's not much.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much, but one of the beers I reviewed with Kyle, it was like I said after the review, like I wish they kind of said that I wish they didn't say it was barrel aged, because like I think they used the barrel aging as like a way to like round it out, or they did something to it where it wasn't like, it's not like you're just drinking a barrel aged barley wine or something. Like they used it intentionally to like round it out, so it didn't taste barrel aged. But also, it says burnt sugar, orange zest, vanilla, and candied ginger. And like candied ginger is like, it's like not even candied ginger. It's just very ginger.
It's very ginger.
Yeah.
I would like this is a giant bottle. This is like a beer that you'd want to drink with 4 people, 5 people, 20. beer. So if you don't watch the channel, Mike puts it very well when he talks about beers that are like this. It's a beer fest beer. Yep. It's a 2-ounce pour, right? It's a 2-ounce pour. You're gonna get a beer fest, and it's like, wow, this is fucking great. This is fucking great.
Yeah.
Full beer. More than that, it's a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna cap this. May drink it throughout the night. Maybe I'll finish it throughout the weekend. But it's a very interesting beer for sure.
Yeah, it's, and I wonder if this is one of those beers, like it's a barley wine, so like it ages well, whatever, and it's barrel aged. Cool. But I wonder if like I'm not too familiar with the Trip in the Woods series, but I wonder if these beers are specifically made to drink fresh.
I know I haven't seen them recently, but I have another one in there. But yeah, they're more like they have more fruit. Like I have like the one I have is a plum ale, and they had a narwhal that had some stuff in it. I forgot the narwhal had in it, but yeah. But I think the Trip in the Woods is supposed to be more like they're like O gauge type thing. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that just based on like how the ginger is and how all of these other notes are basically non-existent in it. So I just like wonder if like, oh, this is I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, Sean.
Oh, I'm so glad you're not mad at me. I am curious if anyone has had this recently. Have you had it fresh? Do you have it in your cellar? Have you opened it? Because like, the fact that the fresh ginger is still coming through, like, what are we missing? Is there something we're missing? Is this normal? Is this what we're getting? I have another Trip in the Woods series. It's a plum. I think you just said plum. Plum. It's plum. Yeah. It's not a Bigfoot, but it's plum-ish. But we'll probably see that on the channel at some point, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, Keith, where can I find you?
Oh, 93 Lumber, spelled out.
Right here.
YouTube and Instagram are the two places.
Oh, I'm gonna make that work so hard. And don't forget to check out nerdsense.net from there, Instagram, Facebook, if those are your things. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, the notification bells also on Keith's channel, 93 Lumber. And I'm Sean.
I'm Keith.
And this is Nerdsense. Keith's supposed to say Nerdsense.